R. Kelly has a new 19-minute song, man. And it's called I Admit. And when I saw that the song was 19 minutes, I thought about Kanye West's whole rollout. Let me take a sip of my beverage, man. I talk about Kanye. I thought about Kanye West's whole rollout. Kanye was dropping these 7-minute albums. You got one from Pusha T. You got one from Kanye. You got the Kid Cudi and Kanye. You got the Nas album. Then you got the Tiana Taylor album. And I thought about it, man. These albums were not 30 minutes long, man. Pusha T's album was like 21 minutes. Kanye's album was 23 minutes. I don't know exactly how long the Kid Cudi joint was, but Nas' album was the longest. It was 26 minutes. Then Tiana Taylor's album was 23 minutes. R. Kelly put one song out that was just as long as a lot of those albums that Kanye put out. Think about that. And I listened to this R. Kelly song, man. The first time I listened to it, the first 6 minutes was jamming. I'm like, okay, Kels, I see what you're trying to do. But then after a while, it got redundant for me, so I had to turn it off, man. But then I just listened to it again today. And I highlighted a lot of key things he was talking about. It seemed like he was sick of us, man. He was getting some things off of his chest in this 19-minute song, man. R. Kelly's new song, I Admit. He talks about the fact that he can't read or he has difficulty reading. And that's not news. I mean, we've kind of known that for a long time. But he figured it out, man. He's a genius. Okay? And now before I read the rest of this list, let me just kind of say something real quick. I'm not excusing the sexual assault towards children or anything. Let me just take that off the table. If you've thrown him away for that, totally understandable. Let me just take that off the table and let me talk about the things he did talk about in this song. Because the only mention that he really made to the sexual allegations with the children is he had a interview with Wendy Williams. Or not an interview. Well, yeah, interview with Wendy Williams. No phones. They got the Hennessy. They got the weed. And she asked him some questions about that. And he dodged that because he said his lawyer told him not to speak on that. So if you're throwing him away because of that, you have every right to, man. Hey, man, a lot of us have kids. A lot of us work with kids. A lot of us just love kids. And the kids need to be protected. So I get it. But let's take that off the table. R. Kelly talks about the fact that he can't read. Okay? That's not new. He's a genius anyway. He may not be able to read, but he found a way to make it work to where he should be good for the rest of his life. Just like when we heard Floyd Mayweather read on the Breakfast Club. That was ridiculous. But he found a way to be good for the rest of his life. Mayweather's worth, I'm a phenomenal reader. I'm certified to teach English and reading. I read exceptionally well. Man, I don't have $500 million like Mayweather. So the brother figured it out. R. Kelly figured it out. Because musically, he is one of the most gifted people to ever touch a pen and a sheet of paper. So the fact that he can't read, I'm not going to say it doesn't bother me, but he's figured it out. But because he can't read, he's still flawed, and we'll get to that. Sip my beverage real quick. Let's keep going. He talks about having sex with one of his friends' girls. That was disgusting to me. Now, again, we're taking the child abuse or the child sexual assault off the table. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about what he talked about in the song. Because as a friend, as dudes, when you look in another man's eyes and you call him your friend, your homeboy, his woman or any woman that he's ever messed with should be off the table to you as a dude. There should be some type of honor. There should be some type of respect there. To let that woman not be on your radar. And I felt that was disgusting, Kels. But let's keep it moving. This isn't judgment for Kels. I'm just talking about the list of things that I highlighted, and I just want to talk about it. Then R. Kelly talks about how he had sex with one of his girlfriend's friends. Again, disgusting. And I think women should have some type of honor amongst each other, but women are so catty and vicious to each other, they want to one-up each other. I get it, dudes want to do the same too, but man, women will fight to the death. And they want to one-up each other. I thought that was disgusting, R. Kelly. And R. Kelly's girl that was a friend of his girlfriend. Okay, let's go on. R. Kelly still has the tour now because he's broke. He said the IRS said he had to sell his cars. The IRS said he had to sell his home. Man, Kels, that's where not being able to read comes into play, man. Because I'm assuming these contracts that he had somebody read these contracts for him, right? Or he had somebody guiding him. And they didn't guide him the right way. So being a musical genius is one thing, but not being able to sign the papers that control your future is something else, man. And I just want to encourage the kids. I hope this will be a great opportunity for him to, and I didn't mean to do that, but people don't want him around kids, but it would be good for him to somehow maybe put out a video letting kids know the importance of reading, because he is a prime example why reading is fundamental. Because R. Kelly has been around for 30 years, like he said, and he got hits, man. And now he has to still tour. R. Kelly is a legend. I don't care how you feel about him. R. Kelly is a legend, and he should have all the money in the world in the bank. He shouldn't have to tour, fam. Or touring should be just because he just wants to tour. Like, look at Vince Carter, man. Vince Carter he's made over 170 million. I hear he's good forever. And he's still playing basketball at 41, but that's because of the love of the game. That's how R. Kelly should be. Because of the love of the game, he's still around. But he still has to tour because he was getting swindled in his contracts. Because he was ignorant to the information in the contract. He's not in a position to where he's prospering right now. What else does R. Kelly talk about? He talks about the Hugh Hefner comparison. And this made me really think about it. So it's rumored, or whatever you want to call it, that R. Kelly has these sex camps for women. Now, these are supposed to be women of age, 19, 18, older, whatever, and that's legal. And we look at him like he's disgusting for that. Sipping my beverage. We look at him like he's disgusting for that. Okay? And if I was single, I probably wouldn't have no sex camps. That's just not my thing. But we look at R. Kelly like he's disgusting for that. But he says, Hugh Hefner did it, and y'all said he was a playboy. I do it, you say I'm disgusting. Now, I will say this. Maybe people are saying he's disgusting because they're grouping that along with the child molestation deal. But if we're taking that off the table, is R. Kelly disgusting for having these sex camps with grown women? If he is, we have to label Hugh Hefner disgusting also. And that man's passed on. But that's a great comparison. And I felt R. Kelly on that one. I also heard R. Kelly say he doesn't own his music. Goodness, R. Kelly. Let's go back to the not reading not being able to read, and this plays a part in it. All these beautiful hit songs that he has written, that we have grown up on, that we have had intimacy with our loved ones and, you know, whatever, excuse me. One of my favorite songs by R. Kelly. What is it? Greatest Sex or World's Greatest Sex? What else, man? 12 Play. What was the other song? When a woman's fed up, no matter how you feel. Man, another song, man, that I love from the Shaft soundtrack with Samuel Jackson. I'm a bad man. I don't need no love. What else? I Believe I Can Fly. I remember they played that at my 8th grade graduation. Song sticks with me today, man. When I'm jogging and that song comes on my playlist, boy, do I amp it up. I remember Michael Jordan wearing the Space Jam Jordans and dunking in Space Jam. I remember that song, beautiful song. And his more current song, man, R. Kelly got, bottom line, R. Kelly got hits, man. No matter how you feel about him, this brother has hits. And he says he doesn't own that music. Goodness, R. Kelly. R. Kelly makes notice that a family member touched him when he was younger. Whoa. Man. Explains a lot, man. Man, that explains a lot. Now, he didn't specify whether it was a dude or a woman. But man, we didn't know that, R. Kelly. And when I heard that, I just realized, man, this brother needs help, man. He needs help. I know we're quick to throw him away. And, you know, if you, like I said, if we want to throw him away for the child molestation, I'm with it. But if he's a free man and he's not convicted, he needs help. Now, I'm not saying we need to run to iTunes and still buy his music, support him, whatever, however you feel. But I was never touched as a child, thank God. But I would imagine how that can impact your life for, not for the better. Then he talks about how Tom Joyner, Steve Harvey, and John Legend talk crazy about him. And I do have issues when it comes to that, man, because think about it. Let's just get off of R. Kelly for a second and let me use another example. Demi Lovato is in the hospital right now for like her heroin overdose or something. And Demi Lovato had a song. I like that song. She goes, "Baby, I'm sorry." She got that song right there. Beautiful song. Jamming song. She's in the hospital for heroin addiction or overdose. And her fans are, oh, get well soon. She needs help. You know, we're praying for her. But when ours are going through something, we disown them and we say they're crazy and they're crackheads. Man, I saw a video of Casey and JoJo. It looked like they were singing in like a conference room or something. They were singing Life and it was just horrible. I couldn't bear to watch it. But people posted this video and they made jokes about this video. And I thought about it. I said, my God, these guys are legends, man. We got to protect our legends. No matter how crazy they're looking, you can't take away from how that music made you feel in the 90s, in the early 2000s. You can't take away how that music made you feel, but yet you're laughing at these guys. Right? You're writing these guys off. Same thing with Mariah Carey. Everybody, oh, Mariah, have you seen Mariah Carey perform right now? She done, oh man, she sound horrible. But you know you was jamming that Emancipation of Mimi. That we belong together. When you left, I lost a part of me. It's still so hard to believe. You was jamming that. And now you just gonna throw her away? That I gotta shake it up when the love ain't the same, and you keep on playing games, and you gonna throw her away? You gonna throw her away? Or that it's my night, I'm leaving it all behind. You gonna throw her away? And that's just the emancipation of Mimi when she brought her thing back together. We're not talking about the music when her and Whitney was her and Whitney was, they was doing their thing. But we are quick to throw our legends away. But we'll support all the outside our culture. We'll support them. Oh, hey man, get well soon, man. Demi Lovato, get well soon. My God, man, somebody, get well soon, Demi Lovato's. That's a sickness. We talking about R. Kelly sick. We sick. That's a sickness. It's called not liking yourself. That's a sickness. R. Kelly talks about how parents will push their daughters on him at concerts, but then want to act like he's just this horrible person. Afterwards, R. Kelly says, "I see the setup. It's a setup, fam. Y'all trying to set me up. You gonna push your daughters on me, your 19-year-old daughters, but then when I hit them with that helmet, now you're mad. Now you're acting like I wasn't supposed to do that. Now you're acting like I'm some kind of sick person." Ain't saying stop doing that, man. Love your daughters. I got kids too, man. Love your kids. Don't push them up on me. If you think I'm such a horrible person, stop pushing your kids up on me. Your daughters, excuse me. Okay? And again, like I spoke on earlier, R. Kelly said him and Wendy Williams, they put the cameras down. Wasn't no phones. They sat down. They had a real conversation over Hennessy, over weed. And she asked him the hard questions. He answered some of them, but he had to dodge a few of them. Because he was like, man, my lawyer told me not to speak on this again. Take a sip of my beverage because I'm going in right now. I'm at 22 minutes and I'm still on my first topic. And then he ends the song by saying, look, man, I'm sick of y'all, man. Somebody roll up on me again, it's going to be a misunderstanding, you hear me? And we going to deal with that. But he's singing it, man, and he's sounding really thorough. And let's remember, R. Kelly's from Chicago. One of the places where I'm getting love. But he's saying, let's keep it respectful because I'm tired of it. You can say all this crazy stuff, but if you say it to my face, it's going to be an issue. And R. Kelly gives us that 19-minute content, man. Now, like I said, if you take away the child molestation deal, he's fed up and you can see he has issues. And he has some things that's confusing to him. And some of them he has a point with. Like I said, the Hugh Hefner thing. You take the child molestation deal off the table and you compare him with these sex camps or whatever you want to call it to Hugh Hefner, what's the difference? But I want to put that on your mind with the R. Kelly thing, man. Y'all make whatever decision you want to make, man. If we throwing R. Kelly away, cool. If you want to help him out, cool. If we, whatever. It's on you, man.